tight, folks. Hold on.
He's gonna screw it up. Chuck's Mangled News.
Good afternoon, everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, and everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell are you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? It's Monday. Spit, choke, and puke day. It's not a kid's show. So you got Rugrats, Crumb Munchers running around. Time for them for a nap. If you're homeschooled, still in the summertime, it's break time. Give them an Xbox, PlayStation, iPhone, iPad. Oh, just about any darn thing. Put some headphones on. They don't need to be hearing my shit. Sometimes I go off the deep end. And since they're not in school and it's nice outside, kick their ass outside and have fun. So, what's new? What's going on? How you guys doing, man? UK, how you doing, UK, Ukraine, Canada, and people in the good old USA. How you folks doing there on the radio side? Pretty good, huh? Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all. So, yeah, what's going on, man? Supreme Court today made some decisions. They, let's go right to it. I'll just read the headlines. It's BBC News. If you want to look the rest of it up, you know. But Supreme Court rejects Trump's appeal of Jean Carroll's sexual abuse case. The decision means the U.S. president will now have to pay her the $5 million in damages she had been awarded. But then they turned around and gave the President of the United States power to fire independent agency heads. Which means any president that's in there, if they don't like an independent agency person in charge, they could just fire them. He can't fire that lady, though. I don't know who the Fed, whatever she is. So, yeah, he can't fire her. Because I guess she's part of the government or something like that. But anyway. What a confusing world. It says how population decline is exposing Germany's old divides. Decades after the fall of the Berlin Wall, a population slump in the East lays bare the existing divisions. Okay, so anyway, that's going on over there. Okay. This war will never be over between Iran and the United States. It just won't. U.S. says it has agreed to stand down after exchange of strikes with Iran. Wow. Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway. You are Canadian heroes, the forgotten hosts making World Cup history. Canada are making history at this World Cup with a run that is likely to change the face of football in the country forever. Yeah, Canada's soccer team is on fire, I guess, huh? Yeah, here it is. Supreme Court blocks attempt to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. The decision, seen as a win for the central bank independence, sends the fight over removal back to the lower courts. Well, see, they send it back. I don't understand this. The Supreme Court rules, but then they throw it back down to the lower courts to redo it. It doesn't make sense. If the Supreme Court is going to rule on something, let it be that way until Congress decides to make a law. And Congress is going to have to make a shitload of laws because there's been a shitload of executive orders. One way or another. It all depends. But I can imagine right now, the Republicans haven't thought ahead too much about if the Democrats get in there. Because the same powers that Trump has right now, a Democrat president's going to have. Ooh. Yeah. So, hey, that could be some scary stuff. You know? Anyway. So that's that. And Scotland was murder capital of Europe. Then it treated violence like a disease. This is still BBC. In the early 2000s, you were 3 times more likely to be assaulted in Scotland than in the U.S., but the country now ranks among some of the safest in the world. So I wonder what they did. Can I get there? No. So if you want to read that, ain't that aggravating? I'm going to have to buy it. You know, that's all there is to it. It was free for so long. Oh my God, for years. So, what else going on? Oh, okay, here's the other thing. Supreme Court says states may count mail ballots that arrive after Election Day. And it only makes sense because you got people overseas and service people and everybody else that vote. And you know the mail-in ballots aren't going to get here in time. They just aren't. Now that rule with the post office saying they're not going to deliver any ballots. They're not going to deliver any ballots if states don't turn over those voter rules to the federal government. That was in committee, and I don't think that's going to fly. That may end up going in court too, but hopefully it'll get there before the midterms. Because how can you do that? You know, it's not the federal. It's a state's control of voting. The states control the voting, not the federal government. And the voter rules for going to the federal government are basically against the Constitution. Because think about this. If the government got all the voter rules and they went through the different states, they could say, they could lose a couple people here and there. They'll say, hey, that person can't vote. They're not, there's no ballot here, you know, there's no person here, even though they are. Think about that. That's a dangerous thing. That's a real dangerous thing. But anyway, what else is going on? This is over at CNN now. So what else is going on? Oh, okay. Supreme Court to review the legality of mass voter purges in the weeks before an election. So that's another thing we have to worry about. You worry about that stuff, and it doesn't matter who's in charge. If this shit goes one way, it's going to be for both parties. So, I mean, I wouldn't be going hurrah, hurrah right now. This is dangerous stuff. And they're still fighting. See, Israel is not stopping. They're just fighting in Lebanon continues days after the new agreement. Weekend escalation shows how far Iran is willing to go to control Hormuz. It's not going to be over, folks. It's not going to be over. Yeah. What else is going on? Yeah. GOP Senator Tom Tillis, the Trump administration, stop undermining the confidence of in the elections. You can't keep saying it's fixed. You just can't. You can't. You can't. That's a terrible can of worms right there. When you say it's fixed or it's not real, there's a lot of people that believe that, man, and they get up in arms about that stuff. Where it's not true. So, please refrain from doing that. My argument and everybody else's argument was, okay, when President Trump lost to Joe Biden, how come every other Republican on that ballot seemed to win? I don't know. It was beyond me. It was just him, you know. I don't know. I don't know how fixed it could be. I mean, if you were going to fix something, wouldn't you fix it so other Republicans wouldn't win either? You know? If you're going to cheat, man, you know, make sure you get everything. The Congress, the Senate, you know. Yeah, it's just things aren't going well. Things aren't going well. And this here United States. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay, enough of my stuff. There's more shit here. Okay, blue sky, reposted by Carly. And you know what it is? It's Sheila replied to Carly, "Good morning, dear Carly and Odie." So I guess that's okay. If they repost that, all that, want to show everybody you said hi, okay. Oh boy, I don't know. Rebecca O'Donnell. I don't know, she's petting her cat. Tree climbing fish, okay. Reposted. Okay, here we go. Reposted by Mark Summers, Petra Michaela. Furthermore, trees stabilize the soil with their roots and reduce the risk of urban flooding caused by torrential rains that cannot be absorbed by impermeable asphalt surfaces. Exactly. Okay. I thought everybody knew, you know, a lot of people. So plant some trees. All I can say, damn, what the hell? Anyway, what's going on? What's going on now? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Did anybody, I need to know, did anybody go to that, what is it called? The Great American State Fair at the mall? Is anybody going to go? Is anybody going to go? It looked like they had it on TV, like overview and stuff. A few people were there. Yeah. Okay. Reposted by Chad Sarno M. Meekrat. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm not reading ahead of time. This person is correct. Algae do not have seeds. They rely on microscopic spores, cell division, or fragmentation. FBI says they found an illegal immigrant with algae seeds. And this guy says, no, do not have algae seeds. They rely on microscopic spores, cell division, or fragmentation. Fact, algae does not produce seeds. Algae are diverse, largely aquatic group of photosynthetic organisms that range from microscopic single cells to massive kelp forests. You know, when you got the reefs around islands and stuff, the reefs with the kelp and all that stuff, that's algae. Its name's algae. He got a name. Call him algae, okay? It didn't come from seeds. The algae didn't come from seeds. And then, like, what is that? Florida and the Gulf of Mexico has that terrible red, deadly algae that comes in every once in a while, right? Somebody in Florida got to tune me in on that. So, yeah, okay. Okay. Reposted by Meta Resistance. Wow. George Conway. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. That was by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And George Conway just quoted him, that's all. Oh, this is so... Oh, my God. Okay, where are we going with this stuff? How is everybody doing? Anyway. Uh-oh. Okay, reposted by Richard Catman. Hope for Ukraine. He was abandoned near the front line for 2 weeks after rescue. He would only come this far, one paw out watching. Our volunteers came every day, sat with him, waited, fear that deep thaws slowly. He's getting there. So a poor dog, got caught up in all the action over in Ukraine and won't come out of his house. He's in a box with a hole and he's only got part of his body out because he's scared. You can't blame him, man. Can't blame him. They're poor people, man. They're getting, pounded back and forth. Everybody thought it'd be over. Oh, just a couple days. Yeah, right. Nope. Not done. Not done. Reposted by Mega Weapon. Ned Rissenkoff. 3 branches of the United States government as delineated in the Constitution are the God, Emperor, the High Council of the 6 Ayatollahs, and the Federal Reserve. Whatever that is. Let's move over to Threads. Let's see what's going on over there. What? Now see, this is terrible stuff. I ain't gonna go there. Okay. Stephen Miller is the guy our forefathers warned us about. It's time to get rid of this guy. Well, it's not up to us by any means necessary. And Dark Mistress Kush says, by any means necessary. I mean, he is behind all this immigration and when the violence was going on. And apparently it still is, but Oscom, it just lost the news. It's just not, every once in a while in this area, there's an arrest, somebody getting pulled out of a damn hamburger place or somewhere else. I don't know if it's slowed down or not, but I think it's terrible that people that haven't broke the law and has been working for 20 years are getting, they came illegally, but, they hadn't done anything. They've been paying taxes. They can't collect anything, but they pay taxes. They can't collect any services from the government. They can't. It's impossible. Even Real ID says if they're foreign or not. I just can't figure why they don't use that. Because you have to, when you go to the Department of Transportation, you have to take your birth certificate and proofs of citizenship and bills and man, the stack Social Security. You have to take all of that to get a driver's license. So I don't see what the problem is. All right, so anyway, there's a outspoken, and it says, this is so vital. This is the universal hand signal for domestic violence, kidnapping, and sex trafficking. So, lady, I just missed it. Let's see if maybe you see it again. I don't know. She's doing the thing behind her back. With the, okay? Women, remember that. Remember that. So, yeah, one lady was brave enough to go up and separate these two people. Oh my gosh, that is great. That was by Outspoken. Go check her out, man. That video is freaking wonderful. It's great. If I ever went out in public, I'd like to think I'd get it. And that was from John Stone, DMD Dragon Slayer Squad. Yeah. If you ever see that, guys, stop them. Ever see that, women? Stop them. Off the plate, Animal Sanctuary. Thank you for all your lovely comments on my post yesterday about missing my sweet boy. It's beautiful to know he had touched so many hearts. He will forever be in my heart. And, oh my gosh, it's a big frickin' bull. Wow. So he must have passed away. Heather Feather Lynn says, goodness, he was a big boy. Thank you so much for rescuing him. Oh, wow. Oh, boy, anyway. So what's going on now? This is Dr. Norp reposted this. See, I got one repost out of all this. My life in the key, CHI. So you can't film vehicles now, and it's a video of a guy filming the plate of a guy that's all dressed up as police, and he's getting ready to do something with this guy, and said, "Get the hell out of here," and all that. ICE, police, ICE, and there ain't no license plate on there. And anyway, okay. Okay, wait. Andy Ostroy, this is the Supreme Court. I think we went over this. Breaking in a stunning and huge 5-4 ruling for democracy, in which Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Amy Coney Barrett joined with the 3 liberal judges. The Supreme Court has ruled against Donald Trump in his attempt to stop Mississippi and 17 other states from counting ballots after Election Day. Well done. So that's where it started at, with Mississippi and 17 other states. So anyway. Somebody was trying to steal her car. She jumped up on the hood. Holy crap. Talk about bravery. She wasn't about to let that happen. She opened the door. Oh my God, she's pulling him out of the car. She's like, man, get out of my car. You ain't stealing my car. Damn. Okay, so that was Shady Menthol. Threads. I don't know. But anyway. Space nuts in a shell. Space, cosmos, we're moving up with science now, folks. Consuming coffee in microgravity once required unappealing sealed pouches and straws. To restore the comforting mechanics of a normal morning routine, astronauts engineered a brilliant solution using applied fluid dynamics. This specialized vessel relies on passive capillary action. Its internal geometry forces the liquid to crawl along the sharp crease directly to the lips. Credits, and they're showing a picture of it. It looks pretty cool. And if you want to see it, it's Space Cosmos Galaxy. Space Cosmos Galaxy. And there's a big bar between space and cosmos and galaxy, okay? Space in nutshell. Oh, boy. What else is happening? Alan Ritchie to Mitch McConnell. Per the laws of the state of Kentucky, when someone passes away, a death certificate must be issued for public knowledge within 5 days. So if Mitch McConnell is dead, it should be public record within a few days. I saw something about that over the weekend. I can't remember. They said he was dead. Is he? I don't know. I don't know. Stunning decisions out of the gate from the Supreme Court today. We already said that. My. Okay, they have oh boy, there's a bear. Ginger dog lover, Alyssa Hillman. The bird feeder with the camera has been up for 2 weeks now. These are the visitors we've had so far. And that's from and Jonathan Edwards, Jen Edwards. Jed, there's a bear eating the damn food. Here's a video. Okay, now there's a video. Tom Cavin, 3860. Can you believe such a big amount of lava can flow this fast? This iconic video shows Galeo's fissure number 8. No, it has not been sped up, and this is the most stunning detail. That shit looks like it's going like 30, 40 miles an hour. People are standing on the side of the road watching it. I don't know. I don't think I'd be there with a car, standing outside of a car on the edge of this lava watching that shit go by. If that thing ever decides to change course, you're freaking toast. You're done. You're done. Anyway. A lot of videos. So many videos. So many videos. So anyway. That's it. I'm done. Hey, I had a good time. I hope you did. See you Wednesday. I hope. So, let me play this, get rid of these people, and you have a good day. You folks on the radio are fantastic. I love you. So, I'm playing the music for them. I don't know if you can hear it, but anyway. Then I'll say goodbye to you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you Wednesday, right? All right, be careful. Don't get that run out. See you later. Bye. Bye. And I'm going to say goodbye to you people. Where's my thing at? I know where my thing is, don't you?